Hello everyone, this is Singy from the Sanctum of the Soul, and today I've got with me new mail, and this is by the Star and Splendor, Amy Lahoff. Yeah, I can't pronounce it. Sorry, Amy. A shop for magical lifestyle, healing art space, and that's the contact deeds. She's in New York. I will link that in the description below. And look at the pretty stars. It matches the cloth. So let's open that and ta-da! So this is the Coronatarot. So I don't know why, but I went on a spree to get all the hilarious decks. So you might have you might remember the Demon Bitch Tarot from the other day, I mean. So the Pandemic in a box, and we've got Horrenda Process Absurdissima, so horrible, something extremely absurd. Channeled through Steve Spear with Amy Lahoff and Scott Rose. So let's get to it. I haven't actually seen much of the cards. I just saw it on eBay and I had to have it. So I will try to link I think it was it eBay or Etsy? One of those. I will link the shop as well. And let me try to open the shrink wrap. I forgot to do it beforehand, so apologies for that. Let's go. Right. So right off the bat, I'm not really a fan of the flip top boxes because they don't last very long. So, after a few of that, prying it open, it tends to fall apart. But we'll see. The box does feel a lot sturdier than some of the other boxes I've encountered. It is a nice matte feel though. So it's the Coronatarot, a guide for the Meta Aeon. Let's see. There's something written on the flaps. Thanks to OK. And that's the deck. Ta-da! Let me shift the light a bit so it's a bit brighter. There we go. Let's pull the cards out. Oh, look at that. So there isn't a booklet in there. Let's set that aside. This is a sizable deck, so it didn't feel very heavy in the box, but now that I've got the deck in my hands, it is quite hefty. And that is always a good sign because it shows that the card stock is pretty sturdy. If it's denser, it tends to last longer. Not always, but I like denser cards myself. And look at the print job. This is amazing. Oh my god. The print job is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Right. So you can't see it on this. You can't really see it on camera, but there is this like gloss over it. It feels a lot like one of those playing cards. How you tell a genuine collectible playing card game from a fake was to look at the print job, and that's why I always do that even with tarot cards. It's just a habit from my childhood. There we go. So let's do a flip through. This is amazing. Look at the colors. The colors are absolutely vibrant. The cards aren't the thickest, but like I said, it is a hefty deck. So the cards are dense. And they aren't the thickest. And they are quite soft, but they just feel a lot sturdier than, if you had a card of decks and it felt like that, and it's from, the likes of Los Scarabeo, you would be worried. So, right, let's go. The Fool. Looks like graffiti. The Magus. Priestess. So the cards are pretty large. but they are slender, so I really like slender cards because it's easier for me to shuffle, and it is borderless, which is always a good thing. Empress. Ah. Emperor. The Hierophant is that misspelled. I think that's a spelling error. Let me take a photo of that. Okay. And we've got the Lovers. So this is very dry. It's a lot about, death and surviving the virus. The Chariot. So of course that's the virus itself. Judgment. So that's of course, people judging the Chinese for being the cause of it. You can see eating the bats caused that, and then there's the endangered whales, which, to be fair, is more Japanese than Chinese. And I'm not sure what that fish is supposed to be. Hermit. That's, of course, isolation, but we've got very... Is that Jewish? Yeah, I think that's quite a Jewish kind of imagery. Fortune. So we've got this meter that's supposed to be like the wheel, which is great. And I guess the fortune here is you can still breathe. Lust. I guess it's like online pornography. Hanged man. Social distancing. So it's like we're restricting ourselves. Excellent. Death. Quite obvious here. Skull door. Art. The devil. So of course that's the bat that started it all. Tower. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. The star. That's actually really smart. The moon. The sun. If it delivers salvation, I guess. Eon. So we don't know when it's going to, to end. And universe. So where I guess everyone can finally hold hands, or they're burning. Who knows? So that's the major arcana. So I didn't do much of an explanation of the first few cards, which is quite self-explanatory actually, so I guess. Here we go. So we've got the Suit of Wands. So the cards are quite slippery. I can feel them slipping out of my hands, so I have to grip them a bit harder, which is fine. It means it shuffles more easily. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Princess of Wands. Prince of Wands. Oh, look at that. Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. This is such, you know, it's so bleak, that, but it is quite an accurate representation of the current situation, so I really do love that. And it seems like a story, if you look at that. The old lady finally gets evicted or something, and is that an old, well, androgynous old person? And I guess they finally died. Nah, that's just me. Oh, I just noticed that the back of the cards are quite interesting as well. We've got the coins, the cups, the wands, and the soap. I hope that's the soap. So we've got the cups, and that's the soap. Oh, right, so that's air. Of course, it's going to be all about soap and alcohol and hand sanitizer, more sanitizer. So it's halfway through a pip, like a pip deck. What I do appreciate is it's very American-based politics. You've got the eating the soap to, you know, like drinking bleach, that kind of thing. So you've got that angle, but for the rest of us who are not in the States, we might have to, you know, it's not second nature to us because we don't live in that climate. But for the most part, it is very relatable because the whole world is in it together. 9 of Cups. The 10. We've got sigils, and these look very much like the Solomonic sigils. We've got Princess of Cups. Right, so the princesses seem to be all about, are they all cash register? They are, so they're all sales stuff. So I think what we're talking about is these are the frontline workers, the, you know, the essential services. And you've got the toilet paper, of course. Prince of Cups. Jesus. And we've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So these, you will notice that it's all the same theme in the cards. It's about people, you know, on the front line, in mid-air. I'm not sure what the ship is. Is it isolation? Is it? I don't know. And then we've got the King, which is the cleanup. So apologies if I'm missing something. It's just my brain's not quite making that connection right now. So the swords, of course, the masks. Got the 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, uncolored. I guess the 3 of Swords is someone, you know, one of your loved ones passing from the virus. We've got this 4 of Swords. 5 of Swords, not wearing a mask. 6 of Swords. 7. 8 of Swords. 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Princess of Swords. Again with the toilet paper. This is a grocer's. And then we've got the fake news in the prince again. We've got some kind of ship again. And the King of Swords and Incinerator. Next and lastly, we've got the discs, which are the toilet papers. So that's like, you know, valuable currency for a while back, a few months ago. Ace of discs, 2 of discs, 3 of discs, 4, 5, 6, generosity, 7, greedy for the toilet paper, 8 of discs. So this is a new age lady or man, not gonna assume, but we've got the bracelet, we've got the pentacle. So it's like, I don't know if this is alluding to the meme, you know, with the essential oil people. 9 of discs, 10 of discs, princess. We've got the air. I just tried to zoom in. Oh my god. We've got the air symbol, and then we've got the fake news again, and another ship, and the king, always the cleanup. Oh, and we've got Trump. Is that Hillary? It is. So we've got Donald on his MAGA free media. Ugh. Right, so this is very iconically 2020. You know, right now it would be relatable now. So I'm sure this is going to be one of the iconic decks of 2020, simply because it alludes to the current situation. I really like you know, decks that have that connection to what's happening in the current world. So let's try shuffling it. It's so pretty, even at the side. Oh, so pretty. Let's go. Really enjoy the print job on this one. The printing is seriously impeccable. I'm really impressed by it. Right, so how's the month going to be? Let's see. This one. So I've got a peculiar way of reading. You might have noticed, where I simply feel the energy of the cards rather than shuffle them out. I usually do this if it's like a deck that I don't have time to shuffle too much. So you can just feel which cards are applicable. So while I'm feeling it, there we go. This one? No, yeah, sort of, okay. Right. Don't feel any more in there. Yeah. So let's see. Yep. So this kind of confirms the previous reading in the other video. So the Ace of Wands. I am starting a lot of pet projects. Well, I hope I start my pet projects. And there's Judgment. So there's a lot of should I not? And then there's, you know, period of, I guess, rivalry as well. King of Swords. So to make that proper decision, and of course to burn off all of the other bullshit. And we've got the Two of Cups, so I might have to collaborate with someone. In fact, I have been collaborating with someone quite closely in my business, so that's great. Um, yeah. So this deck is quite photogenic as well. Perhaps not that photogenic, but it is a really pretty deck. So I didn't expect to like the deck this much because I got it mainly for the lols. But I do like it. It's not actually a comedic deck at all. Um, because the review, not the reveals, but you know, the write-ups and all that made it sound like it's a bit of an absurd deck, but it really isn't. Because this is still the reality right now, and these are themes that we can all relate to right now, and I think this will be a fantastic addition to anyone's collection, especially if you're reading for anyone in the near future, especially if you're reading for someone now, in this period. I think this is a fantastic addition to any collection, honestly. So do um, hit the subscribe button if you like the content. That's it from me for this video, and as usual I don't know how to end my video, so I tend to ramble. So yeah, have a great day. This is Thingy from the Sanctum of the Soul. Thank you for watching. See you again.